Ambassador Ji, on a related note, if I were to ask you about the quadrilateral security dialogue that India has entered into with the three other nations of the world, the USA, Japan, and Australia, how can we say that the world is aligning with India through the Quad, and how is India being advantaged through the quadrilateral security dialogue?
Well, I believe that you have asked a brilliant question. I understand that the Quad is making China quadriplegic. Now that Vietnam and the United Kingdom and Taiwan and South Korea and France and Germany want in on the action, let me tell the millions of people watching this conversation. How did the Quad emerge? The Quadrilateral Security Dialogue, 2004 tsunami. We were the first to mobilize. Thereafter, the Australians joined in, the Americans did, the Japanese did. They all sent their navies to help. The UN took over and coordinated the rescue effort, but we realized in the first few days that we were all doing the same thing. If I sent drinking water to the Maldives, so did the Americans, so did the Japanese, so did the Australians. Then the foreign secretaries, the heads of the ministries of foreign affairs of each of the four countries were in daily contact. And they said, okay, look, you do this, I'll do this, he'll do that. That then became crystallized into a kind of informal security dialogue. Let me just put it to you like this, that the Quad was created by an act of God, the tsunami, and it has been solidified by the act of a godless nation called China. Now, when Victor Hugo said many years ago, if an idea whose time has come appears, no power on earth can stop it. And I must tell you that the Quad, all three of our partners in it, had sanctioned us in 1998 after our nuclear test. They are now our buddies. As Bob Dylan sang in the 1960s, the times they are a changing. This applies in particular to the Indo Pacific, the most active region in the global geopolitical landscape. Look, China cannot fight on multiple fronts all at the same time. Even the biggest bully gets exhausted after a while. No one trusts China anymore. China's relationships with each of the four Quad members, ha! Australia led the demand for an independent international inquiry into the origins of the virus.
Mhm.
Furious, China sharply curtailed its imports from Australia, and its sorry diplomats competed with each other to hurl abuse. One called Australia the white trash of Asia. Another called it chewing gum stuck to the boot of China. And then the anti-Chinese, Japanese sentiment, you can see it in the more than 200 anti-Japanese war films produced and displayed in mainland China every year, even in 2020, 2021. 2017, following our standoff in Dolam with the Chinese state media, so sensitive to xenophobic slurs, they released a racist propaganda video accusing India of committing sins, featuring a Chinese actor in a Sikh turban speaking in a mock Indian accent. This is China. And then, of course, the state owned China television network said that the virus is the Waterloo for America's leadership. Washington is tumbling to rock bottom over the coronavirus response. Then, of course, when the top diplomats from America and China met in Alaska, this was not so a few weeks ago, they were talking at each other, not to each other. They were hurling abuse. This is certainly not the language intended to win friends and influence people. I think Dale Carnegie wrote this classic in the 1930s. If there's no Mandarin version available, I'll send it to that ping pong fellow who runs China. How to win friends and influence people. This is not the way. The besetting sin of China's foreign policy is intellectual sclerosis. It has seen how foreign allies during the Cold War invariably succumbed to American blandishments. And the Communist Party wants to use that as a template for economic domination and military coercion. Whatever you might say about the American system, it remains the global dream. We have 245 million family units in India. And I don't know of one that doesn't have a son or a daughter or an uncle or an aunt or a relative or a village mate or a friend or a friend of a friend or a friend of a friend of a friend who is not in the United States. It's every Indian's dream. I wonder how many people dream of wanting to settle down in China. China has tied itself up into knots. It is a dystopian state with an acute inability to tell the truth. Therefore, if we have the quadrilateral security dialogue, a grouping of regional like-minded democracies, Australia, Japan, India, and the US, and others wanting to come in, it's very, very clear that this is a warning to China. Some people say this is going to be an Asian NATO. Happy birthday. What's wrong with that? We don't want to call it NATO, call it IPTO, Indo-Pacific Treaty Organization. Call it ATO, Asian Treaty Organization. How does it make a difference what you call it? The fact is it's there. And the glue that binds it is the lies, the deception, the thuggery, the treachery of China.
Very rightly said, Ambassador Ji. China is definitely a threat to the modern world, which should be tackled and countered.
And to itself.
To itself, certainly.
The Communist Party, the Chinese people, I have no problem with them. It's the Communist Party that needs to be clobbered out of existence.
Certainly, certainly, very rightly put.
Namaste. We hope you enjoyed this Chitti Media content. Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.